Hi, my name is Michael Nguyen. I'm a founder of asiansuccessmagazine.com, where Asian entrepreneurs come and share their stories. And today I have um, a woman who came to the US by boat, and not only she transformed and has lots of success in her business, but also transform her career and motivate lots of people. She's also master in celebrity hair and makeup artist, and she has worked her magic on everyone from A-list star, which include Ivanka Trump, Lucy Liu, and many more that we can even mention on her ironclad contract. She's also an elite national trainer for motives, business and life, motivational speakers or coach. And here she comes, Tiffiny Luong. Tiffiny, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much, Michael, and thank you so much for inviting me. And hi, everyone. I'm my honor to be here with Asian Success Magazine.
All right. One of the nickname I heard about you is the Transformers. Can you quickly tell my audience what is it about and how you differentiate your nickname Transformer to others?
Well, a lot of my students or my fans, they name me Transformer because I have 3 stones. I trans many lives. Like the first life I changed is people who are already famous, people who are already well known. And when they just normal, don't have makeup or hair done, or their mindset, when they walk on the street, nobody knows them look like. So the second one, my Transformer, is what I love to do is the person who very, normal. They don't know what they do in life. They're in women's shelter, or they had no way to go. They had no goal in their life. So I help them to, transform the way they look, the way they talk, the way they can apply themselves and know their goal setting so they can be successful and live their own life and help their children. My third transformer is I love for people who entrepreneur, people who have like great mind, great set, and they have like, they want to do something, but they have nobody help them, or they don't know what is, level 1 to level 10. So I'm there to help them to find out what the key ingredient for them to transfer. Transfer is not just makeup, but it's also money.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I look at your website that so you're in the beauty and wellness and spa business. Can you sort of help the audience go back in time a little bit and share with them what brought you to the beauty industry?
Well, I'm Asian. Everybody knows that. But I'm come from both refugees from Vietnam. My parents is a very well-known Vietnam, and also my parents is very, they are very brave, and give us a come to the United States. When they come to the United States, every Asian family, like you have 2 choices: become a doctor or engineer. Which one you pick, right? But my choice was I still listen to my parents, but I go to engineer because I can't be a doctor because I scared to blood on dead people. So I go to beauty industry, and it's a funny thing. I love hair and love makeup. I'm an artist also. I love to draw. So when I'm in college, the money to pay for my college education is I work doing hair and doing makeup on weekends. So, but I fall in love with it. So when I get married, my husband said, what you want to do? So that's why I love to do is make people beautiful. But I cut hair when I was 14 years old. So like I charge people 2 cents to cut hair because I love the fashion industry.
Right.
I can change people's lives in that way. So that's the reason I just love art, and I love, like you said, transforming of the people and see people change their life right there in your chair.
That's where, so you sort of obedient a little bit, not follow the path of being a doctor or lawyer, follow your dream a little bit.
I do follow my dream because I believe in dream is all about you and what you love. And also I'm a woman. If you love what you do, and especially in beauty, you have to make yourself look beautiful first, and beauty industry is never die in my book. And, it's get me so far because at first it was hard to against, away from my parents raised me because they was like, okay, you have to be an engineer or a doctor. But right now, they're very proud of me because I believe what I'm going to do and I keep going. I never give up. So this is what my that's when, become a motivation speakers and become a beauty, industry expert, because what I do is to give back to industry. It's not just charity, but it's also make people feel good, look good, every single day.
One of the key things that people ask me and sort of ask you is that how do you attract celebrities like Ivanka Trump and Lucy Liu to be your client? I mean, because there's so many people working in the, like the makeup artists and celebrity client like you.
Well, everybody dreams. Every girl, every guy, if in the beauty industry for makeup artist or a hairdresser. But when I choose my path, my career is the beauty industry, I plan out. I put my goal, who I want to be, and I put idol, and believe it or not, 30 years ago I put in dream board. I put in dream board who I want who I want to do makeup to, and who I want to talk to, and one day I'm going to meet that person, and one day I'm going to be that person. So you create that dream board. Most people dream board in their head, but for me, I put it out. I cut that picture out, and I said, one day I'm going to do you. So it's all about you line up your career. My self-advisor, beauty lover out there and who wants to get to next step to your level, to your success of your career, first you need to know where you're going. You have to get your bar high, because you have to do first. You cannot be famous just wake up and be famous. You have to get and stay there, to be famous. So you have to get step by step, to be famous. So first of all, you have to be volunteer. You have to know who you are. You have to volunteer. What I do is I put everything I want to do in the dream board. Like if I want to do Ivanka Trump, I want to do, Kim Kardashian, I want to do, all these movie stars I put in the dream board. So that way I can reach my dreams. So first what you need to do is you need to, work with people, pick one idol. So I did. I volunteer. So when I start working, I work with very high-end salon, and I will follow that person. Believe it or not, I volunteered for 2.5 years. Shampoo girl and makeup, prepare makeup girl first to get people know me. And then from that point, I be an assistant with very well-known people, because you have to go apply with where very famous people go. So I apply with salon like all the movie stars go, or, where famous people go. So I will be, volunteer, shampoo their hair or prep their makeup, because a lot of people nowadays, they think they go to school and get out and they get a great job right away. So, and also you have to have attitude. You have to have a great attitude. So myself, when I come in to work for a certain place, I give them 110 of myself. So, and I'm lucky too, because, luck and also you're determined is go together, because who you met, right place, right time. I was in the right place at right time, because I have so many people refer me. So that's how I get into know a lot of movie stars. And even today, I love to do them, because I just do not a job anymore, just do because I love them. And it is a wonderful feeling. And I would love to help every single person who love in beauty industry and get them to know the high end of industry of makeup or hairstylist.
All right. So the key is be very specific on what you really want, and focus on that, and you will get it.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. And so before you become a motivational speaker, I know that you have several spa businesses. Can you talk more about the mindset when you come from a makeup artist, and then go ahead and open several of the businesses? What is the mindset? What is the motivation that opened the business and help more people?
Well, first of all, it's really a long story, because from beginnings I come out and I own my first salon. My first salon is, when I come first and I charge very high-end haircut, and a lot of people around me like, oh, you Asian girl. No way you're going to charge that kind of money, because, no way people pay for that. But you know what? I stay put, and I said, you know what? When they come to me, they're going to stay with me forever. So first thing before I become a motivation speaker, I come out my first salon. And around me was 8 different salons, and every single person, even my own family, say, no way you'll be success, no way you're gonna, make it because you're Asian, and also, a lot of hairdressers who know more than you. But you know what? What I did was every single day, again, my goal, my dream board, I line up what I want to see my life in 2-3 year plan. So I line it up. So what I did was I stand outside. Texas, the heat is 110. It's really hot. But every single day, I stand outside of my door, of my first salon. I stand out there. And every single person go dry cleaner or going to, Hallmark card shop, which was near my salon. Every time somebody come in, I took their clothes, and people think I work for the cleaner. And I took their clothes and bring it into their cleaner. And they said, oh, thank you. Are you work for the cleaner? I said, no, I just opened a salon next door. I would like you to come and cut your hair, and, I can do your makeup and facial. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay me. I start with that. I start with my first salon doing that. A year later, I expand from 1,500 square feet to 5,200 square feet. And people think it's love, but really I work very hard and put your goal and, determine. So, in my lifetime, I own 4 day spa, salon day spa, but I've been retired for 8 years. Take that, look like the question you asked me, how I come from salon owner to go into motivation speaker. Because I own the salon, I feel I only help myself because I leverage everybody else. It's my employee. But I cannot give it to them. I cannot help them. Only thing I'm helping them is to give them whatever they put hours into work. So myself, 10 years ago, I ran into this company. It's called Market America. One of the branch in there is Motive Cosmetics by Lauren Beininger. I saw the vision of that company. I saw oh my God, this company can help me with my dream and goal, and help me to help other people, empowering another woman or man who can be very big and very successful, become an entrepreneur and become a millionaire if they follow the system. So I took that challenge 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, it's very hard of my life. It's a bad time of my life. I was sick. Also, I have 3 small kids. And, my husband's still working. So I took that chance and partnership with Market America. It's an unfranchised system, follow system for 2.5 years. And follow 2.5 years, 6 months later, I become 6-figure income. So I sold all my spa, all of them, become an entrepreneur and become a very, help other. So I give up, is the owner of salon and day spa to become elite national trainer promoted by Lauren Beininger, and also shop.com is a brokerage company, and from around the world helping people. It's not about your gift, it's about what you can give to another people. So that's how my career started. So I took it and run with it.
Okay, so I guess for some people, they may only, right now at their stage, they may just own several salons. So I just want to go back. And so you said you grow your salon from 1,500 square feet to 5,200 square feet. What was the revenue at that time? So that allow you the ability to expand 2 or 3 times?
It's huge, because what happened is when I start small and with the willingness of my knowledge, of my information of the...
Yeah, so we were at the time that you grow from 1,500 square feet to 5,200 square feet. And I'd like to ask you, with that success, how can you tell us about that success, meaning in terms of the revenue or the growth percentage per year?
Yeah, it's both, because from 1,500 square feet and we get expand bigger, because everybody around was refer so many customers, and also they see my ethic of working ethic. And also we have so many customers and so many employees, so many people want to work for me. So they come and apply, and I have opportunity with the salon, with they go into bankruptcy. She's gonna move away. So I took it and I take the chance and took that salon and was empty for a long time because the person who owned it, her heart is not into it. So I take that opportunity. I say, you know what? I need something bigger. I need to expand my, I understand leverage because you only have one income. No way you can get farther in life. So I took it, the second one. So that's the reason, is I'm ready for it. So my avenue, my percentage, and also a lot of people like to work for me. So that's how I started. And was brave because when I started the second salon, my son is only 2 months old.
Oh, wow.
My son, yeah, so it's 2 months old. So, if you really love what you do, just take it and expand. So it's very successful.
How much did you acquire that bigger salon when you decided to go big?
Was that time was like 20 years ago. Is that time we did 180,000. At that time, it was a lot of money. It was it's a big, nowadays I think it's $500,000 because nowadays in that time for that kind of money to me is a very big deal. It's very big. So we took it, and my husband and I think about it, and I know my work ethic, and I have a lot of clientele to follow, and I want to make another people's dream come true and have a place to work, and they don't have to worry about, 1 week have income and one don't. So I build really good relationship and help them and help individuals to achieve their higher level of beauty industry, not the, cut hair for $8, There's nothing wrong with it.
That's right. Absolutely. No one can have $8. When you open the business that big, and can you share with the audience what worked and what did not work at that time when you have a big establishment like that?
Yes, because first of all, again, I'm Asian, but most of my employees, 99% is Caucasian or different other country. So, it's hard because they have to look at you, is your ability to communications or, what is your goals and all that stuff. So it's hard to, to put you out there from the beginning. So it was hard to understand all the culture, all the what I need. And also hairdresser, their mind is a very artistic. They not, they don't have set goal. I'm different because maybe that's because I'm listening to my father, put myself to college. Maybe I have that, mindset, already, but most of them don't have, they live paycheck to paychecks. It was hard because I'm a caring person, and then it hurt me when I know they have so many goals and so many, they can make it bigger. But that was one thing, my challenge when I own my spa is, I know that individual can do so much more, but they work, they don't care, how much they make, or they don't care about the client. And that was my trouble, was my biggest problem was try to make people realize, honey, you have more than you think. Look in the mirror. You have more than you have. But that time of my life, I don't have ability of motivation speaker to help and to bring that person what they see in the mirror, take them out and just look. You have more than what you think. They just accepted, $500, $600 a week. They happy, But I see them more than that, and I see them. You can achieve more than that. So my part is try to get my team to set their goal and to get their goal with me, to achieve their goal with me. That was my problem. Services had no problem because the reason people who see my business card, I'm a medical aesthetic, I'm a nutrition, a certified and all this stuff, my title, people look at my card and go, oh my gosh, you do everything, The reason I do that, and I highly recommend it, all the salon owner, spa owner, or any business, if you own a restaurant, you better know how to cook. If you own a salon, you better know how to do some of, services. So for myself, I know everything about services. Because I learn everything. Because I'm afraid I do not depend on other people. And also, I don't want people go, okay, I don't feel like go to work. Then my business will close.
Right, right.
So mindset is I learned everything about the business.
So what
hmm
are some of the tactics that you use to motivate your employee, so that they can go above and beyond their regular paycheck and contribute more or realize their potential that more than they can? What are some of the actions that you did earlier?
I did a lot of actions for my employee, and even today they still come back to me and say, Tiffany, we love you and we appreciated you, and we learned so much about you. What I did to my employee, and what I do, I put in off the percentage. That means is like if you achieve this amount of money, right? So example, if you bring in $1,000, services this week, right? Then you get paid, 55%. That means 45% is your, 55% is mine. Because of course we are high-end salon and spa. Then I would tell them if you bring in, $1,200 to $1,500, then your percentage of 50%, you 50, I'm 50. If you bring in 1,500 up, then you will have 55. So I give them a percentage what their services. So it's motivating them so much. And also only thing too, I give them is called team effort. So I bring, because I have one time I have 47 employees, right? 47 employees, I divided in 3 teams. Each team, I divide in 3 teams. The 3 teams have 3 different levels. Like it's called master level, then stylist level, and beginning level. What they do is it's a master level and motivate the stylist level, and the stylist level motivate to beginning level. I give them each of them from 5% to 2% to 5% over pot. That means if you reach that goal, I give you the bonus commission of whatever you bring into the group. That help, and that a big time. They work like a teamwork. They don't jealousy. They don't gossip. They don't fight for clients. They help each other. The beginning people will shampoo for the stylist people. The stylist people will put the color into a master level. So it's put together a teamwork. That's big time work for me. And I would never change that, because people like to work together if they benefit. If they don't benefit, no way they work together. That's the reason now I take that, my theory of success, to help and life coach another salon and another business. Even right now I am customized health and beauty industry, not just beauty industry, but I'm helping doctors how to get, the patients level up and also services up, so that way they can capture the avenue.
So 2 of the most effective way for you is, number 1, to incentivize your employees. Number 2 is to develop into teams so that they can help them out.
That's right.
And then you bring that blueprint and then apply it to some other industry, like you said, like doctor's office and chiropractors and things like that.
That's right. That's right.
Very well.
Because everybody wants to have that piece of pie, but they don't know how. So if you can get the team work together and follow the same format, same system, all people success, even the beginning to the high end, so you have to balance it out. And, when you work by yourself, especially beauty industry, it's very hard industry, because everybody, very jealous or very competition, because it's fashion. Fashion is changed every 15 minutes we speak, so it's the best way is teamwork. And that's the number 1. I travel around the world teaching is teamwork, how to leverage people and how to empower others.
There's a lot of things to learn from this. Wish I had more time. The thing is, so at least you told me at that time when you opened the store at 5,200 square feet, you said your son at that time was 2 years old, and then you were out at that time with like 57 employees at that time. How do you juggle? How do you train your mindset to be strong enough not only to be a leader but also as a role model for your employee, so that they can continue to be motivating?
Well, everybody asks me that. Everywhere I go, people ask how come I can, compromise, and also how come I can balance my life from a mom, from a wife, and from, a great boss or a great motivation speaker, honestly, I'm a very lucky woman because I have all of that. Because to us, it's everybody in life, you and I and all the listener right now of Asian Successful Magazine, we all have 24 hours. We all have 24 hours. We have, I always joke with my students, if you have 24 hour and a half, I give you $1 million right now. So they was laughing and they go, okay, and nobody raised their hand because I hold my hand, everything, all of us have equal, 24 hours, 8 hours you sleep. 8 hours, is called life, everything about life in your hand, your children, your love life, you cook for your children, shopping and all that stuff. And then 8 hours is your career, your job and everything else. For myself, I'm very good balance. I have goal. I also, you have to have mindset was if I'm at work, I put 100% and more at work. I don't think about home. If it's my home, if it's, something is in my home and I forgot something, I have somebody take care of it because I don't get myself, if it's something happened that morning or something like that, I know will sit there and waiting for me to go home and take care of it. So your mindset is if it's at work, I would never bring home. See, that was the reason who I am today. Everything at work, when I go at work, I put myself 100% in at work. When I get home, my purse drop on the chair and at the kitchen. I open that kitchen. I go directly to the kitchen, put my jacket out and start cooking. Because to me, if you're not a role model at home with your children, cook them or loving your husband, you can't be a role model outside. That's my theory. That's my theory. That's why my employees and people around me and my students respect me because it's not about what I can do, but what they can see around me. Walk to walk, talk to talk. What you see of Tiffiny, what she teach and what she taught outside, she lived like that. So my life is every woman out there, you can do it. You just put your head into there and you mark yourself out and you schedule out. When I'm at home, I turn my phone off. Because, at home is my time with my children. At work, I turn my phone on for my employee. So you have to know how to switch off and on when you're at work or when you're not at home.
Let's go back to some of your creative way of marketing earlier. So you're saying that when you first opened up your store, you used to go around and offer to take the clothes from your potential customers and clean for them. Is that the way it is?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What I did was because people go into the dry clean, they always, bend themselves out and go into go into their car and get their clothes out. Some of them, they have difficulty to get the clothes. So I'm tiny, so I can go and then get really quickly. And, it just, to me, build relationship and communication, is very important. So my number one theory of success, business, retail, or relationship is called consultations. So consultation to me is very important because if you don't have connection with that customer, patient, or student, or fan, or anybody else, you will break that connection very easily. So, for me, that was I building relationship, building trust. I'm holding their clothes. So if they don't like me, I'm going to drop, So I'm holding their clothes, and also they trust me on it. And also you have to have great attitude, great attitude. And the way you look, the outside image is very important. So when, it's so funny. Even today, a matter of fact, this weekend, I'm going to a wedding. One of the clients, my first client, when I'm taking all that clothes from her in my hand and taking to laundry, she still remind me. She said, I was wonder how come the person who worked in the dry clean looks so pretty and the makeup and everything. So she been my client for last, 21 years because that was the first time we met. And, now her daughter is also my client. Now she get married. So, it's just, the thing is you have to build relationship, very bond from beginning, the first time you met, like the first time I met you. So to me is if you want your client to stay with you or bread and butter, come to salon and become famous with your own territory of business. I'm not talking about beauty industry because a lot of people think they mistake who Tiffiny is. I'm not just beauty industry. I am business coach for all rounded business. So the reason I get into that because I feel, people think it's like, okay, if I do service, that was it. No. If you do service, you need to service yourself first. You need to look the part. You need to believe in yourself. Doesn't matter what you sell first. My theory is you have to product. You have to wear it. You have to eat it. If you own a restaurant, you better eat your own, own food, right? So you have to product. Number two is your service. That means your service is the first thing is your greeting, your customer. Number three of my success is consultation. You have to spend 2 to 5 minutes to do consultation with your client. Number four is follow-up.
We'll come to the second part of talking more about that. And all right, so with your experience as a business owner, you open the spa, what are some of the business tips or actionable items that my audience can do it and take action immediately and get results? Do you offer several tips for them? For example, sure. I think majority of people may have problem with marketing. How with your creative marketing, can you offer some of the ways for them to get more client or build more relationship or things like that?
The first of all is marketing is depend what you believe in your products. For me, is marketing is a huge. You have especially holiday coming up. You need to use your theory of where you're at because if you don't use the season. Especially in the United States, it's so easy to marketing because they have so many holidays. So what I use the most of when I used to have a salon and day spa, even right now, I use a lot of holiday time because every single month in the United States have some kind of holiday. To me, that is a mover, shaker of the, business. To me, it's that how you're going to link to it. People love to have something off a package. So never do any marketing without just one product. I always combine services. So like example, if you do a beauty industry, you have 5 services in your salon, like nail, hair, makeup, facials and pedicure. You need to market together because the problem is people give $5 off, 10% off, coupon shopper, you're gonna lose a lot of money. For me, I do package. So what I do package, number one, you do like sample, you're going to put facials or your nail together because the client who do facial never think you have, have nail. Or people who do facial, they go somewhere else and have nail. So you need to put that together. So what you do, you do package together. And also, you need to combine services. I'm not just for beauty industry, but same thing with restaurant, same thing with doctor office, same thing with anything else. You have to put into package because package service is the biggest promotion. And also, people like to have, okay, you have facial, then next time you you hear what I say, next time you come, then have 50% off of your manicure. So when you do something like that, you bring people back in, not right then, but you will sell package. That means they have that service, but if they come back next time, they do another service, they got that discount. So they come back twice. If they come back twice with your service, with your personality, with your attitude, with your outlook of your businesses, they come back forever. I have customers for a long time because the way you treat them. So the biggest for me for marketing is package.
Packaging and leverage the holidays to land yourself in that. How do you keep their schedule always booked? Yeah, I think there's always a problem for a lot of spa owners and a lot of salon owners.
Well, first of all, my book. Like my clients talk about myself and my employee used to, we book, like myself was 6 months ahead. My employees, like the lowest one is month ahead. This is how I'm teaching them and how right now, business coach for a lot of salon, a lot of businesses, even a health professional, is when a customer come in, you need to have 3 keys. It's called follow-up. The first key is 3 days. 14 days and 21 days. So what I do is I always book the client. So first is 3 days. So first day is the 3 days, 14 days, and 21 days. The 3 days, see, when they get services, I will say, honey, like example, Miss Helen, I just got your facial done, right? You love it. And then you're going to talk to that customer. And then, you know what? What day is good for you? Is that month? Always follow this month is good for you or this day, because facial is 28 days. You need to remind them 28 days is your return to do your services and treatment. Then I book her and she said, I don't know, I have time that day. You know what, sweetie? I'm going to go ahead because you are very valuable for me. So we always rebook. We always book the schedule before the client walk out the door. Then I tell them, we're going to call you in 3 days to make sure that schedule is still good for you. You see that? And then they said, okay, that's great. So the 3 days you can confirm the schedule, and it still have 25 days before they come to you again. So what we do is we always do follow up. We always do schedule our appointment before that client. See the problem nowadays? They sit there, and I'm talking about nail salon. When they walk in, they get the colors. And then what you do, you don't talk to your client, and then get what? Once they're done, you don't offer anything for them to come back to you. So you let them go. To me, if you get your client, it's like bread and butter. You get your client to book you before they leave. Your book always book, because the research, if people book already, you only have 2% for them to cancel. If they don't book, 8%, they never book you. So if people have services, you need to reschedule for them or rebook the next appointment right away. Then 3 days you call them and say, you check your schedule, is that okay? Yes or no? Right? Then you can schedule a next one. If it doesn't work out, 14 days, you can call them and remind them they have an appointment. I do the same thing with, I sell products same way. 21 days, I'm going to call them, remind them, okay, sweetie, next week you're going to have an appointment, or if I sell any product, I always have that 3 service, so that way I make sure the client take the product right, apply the product right, or service right. So the key thing is you have to book for service to service. You cannot just wait for the customer to book for you. No way your client will book for you. So that's the reason.
So to be the takeaway is, number one, make booking as the default action every time your customer comes in. And number 2, keep following up.
Follow up. 3. Yeah, 3.
And guys, I hope you guys can really take advantage of Tiffany's advice and really implement this follow-up, her system into your business to make sure that your business is really booked. I'm sure the audience can learn a lot from those business tips that you just provided to them. Let's talk about your journey, professional from business owners to become a motive trainers, and finally your motivational speakers. What drives you?
Well, first of all, I love makeup, and I am makeup lover, and I love beauty industry. 10 years ago, I have a chance to look into a company called Market America, Motive by Beingjrridinger. The reason I picked Motive is a lot of reasons. Number 1, they are professional makeup line, and number 2 is they have unbelievable customized. It's called customized foundation and liquid and skincare. So that way I can help individual beauty industry or makeup lover, like makeup artist or skincare specialist, esthetician, medical spa, dermatologist. They can customize exactly skin tone and skin regimen for their client or patient. And they can mark up the product 200 to 400%. And also the avenue is so big because it's not makeup, it's a service. You compound the makeup for your patient or your client. So when I saw that, I took it because it's, number 1, they are a brokerage company. They research the product A to Z. They make sure the product works. I will not do any business with anybody if the product not is good or it's not what they say, right? Number 1. Number 2, the reason I like about them is the owner of Motive by Beingjrridinger. She's a creator, director. She is, oh my gosh, she works so hard, and she just like us because she always every single day, promote the product, create the product, research the product. So I don't have to do that. So only thing I need to do is upload the product out. I don't have to do research. I don't have to have a warehouse. So she do everything for me. Number 3, the reason I'm using Motive to empowering other women or men who love beauty industry but don't have money to start a business. So that's 3 reasons for me to, expansion to Motive Cosmetic. When I started 10 years ago, I had no idea where what I'm getting into. But 2.5 years in the business, the company know who I am. I'm starting to become, and they collected me elite national trainer for the company. I travel around the world and I thank you them every single day because they give me the opportunity to help other women. And also they help me to realize that with my talent of background makeup artist and also become what I believe in teaching another makeup artists and people who love doing makeup to a next level and become an entrepreneur.
Okay, so let's say I'm a successful. Let's say if I were you, a successful entrepreneur, I got the cash flow from my business. Life is good. I have a great family to support me, and so I guess a lot of people in your situation before you become a trainer or speaker, they would have asked themselves why. I mean, why is this mission? Why is this my mission to go out? I guess because if you want to motivate people just from entrepreneur level to go out and do like the thing like you, what are some of the mindset that fuel your strength and that to go out and go above and beyond what you are capable of?
Thank you for asking me that question. It's meaning a lot to me. So because now you get my tear in my eye. Because, first of all, before you teach anybody or before you motivate anybody, you need to believe. You have to have a belief. You have to get that belief in yourself first. And my mindset was, I'm very lucky. Because like you say, you have everything set. I have an incredible husband who support me, who let me go whatever I want to go. The reason I become a motivation speaker or become, taking motive and run with it, because the reason I saw it, that's only way only way I can help other women to take my lesson, to take what I have, to pay very small amount, and for me to not put my ego high, put myself down because of the system, and also the reason I fall in love what I'm doing, because I'm taking the system and I'm taking what I have and to accept it and giving to other people and motivate them, and I get them to like I teach every single week, every single day. So I told, it motivates me because I see people change. I see people change their life from not just selling makeup or not just using makeup or not just building a business, but change their life from internally and outside internally when they look at themselves in the mirror. I have students from Africa and from all over the place travel to see me, but the motive, to me is motivation. See, Motive Cosmetic to me is motivation. But I'm using makeup is like candy to help individuals, that woman who sit in that chair or woman who love in makeup to realize that they're beautiful. They can become an entrepreneur. Your mindset is first is you have to believe in the product, you have to believe in yourself, and also you have to do what you love first. If you don't have that, I will never sit here if I don't have support and my family support. I don't have to believe what I believe in myself, my own company or Motive. I will not sit here and talk to you or, to travel around the world and help. So my really, compound this down is believe in yourself. Believe what you sell. Believe what you do. And also put in goal plan. You have to have your goal. Read your goal every single day and get it put in action. And don't let people move you because everybody have different minds. See, my mind is very strong because nobody can move me except myself. So you have to remind yourself every single day. Only person can change me is me. So that way, because a lot of times you have so many negative from left to right, so you need to block that out, and you have to say, I am as individual motivate myself, and that's the reason every single day, honey, I go out and I feel free. I can talk all day long, no problem.
What are some of the challenges when you first get started as a speaker or trainers? Apparently when you so excel in, in becoming entrepreneurs, but when you transition to a new role, a new industry, kind of same industry, but new role with different expectation and different skill set, how do you come around that?
Oh my gosh. It's so, I first 2 years, I cry every day. It's because you come from a very successful woman, owns so many spa, number 4 in Dallas. My salon was vote number 4 in Dallas. It was very successful. And then I took this journey, networking journey with Motive by beingjrridinger, take it and run with it. My employee was negative on me, was like, oh my gosh, she do that kind of thing. And number 2 was, she's not focused on the salon, she do her thing. It's so many negative things, but they don't realize it. I do that to help them. But people don't only think about themselves. They don't see what other people would do for you. So from the beginning, people don't see it. But now they see what I'm doing. They come back. A lot of people come back and apologize to me. But the first time was very difficult. You have to balance out 3 keys. One is people around you, because they don't know what to do. Well, like motivation speakers, especially Asian, they don't know what that is. Number 2, people don't accept it. Was the girl who do movie stars and charge from, $250 to $1,000 with a makeup, and go into homes and help people, teach people, and people who don't even know how to use the brush and help them. People don't realize that. People don't see that and go, oh my God, are you crazy? So from the beginning was so hard and so many obstacles in my life. It's like a lot of time to that point, I like, oh my God, what I'm doing, Tiffany? Because I have a name. I worked for Sebastian for 16 years. My name was very high. If it's anybody like makeup artists, they know who Tiffiny Luong is. But for me to take it to go into the next level with Motive is just, I have to give it up from the beginning with a lot of, talk and a lot of negative, people talk to me. But my belief one day, and that from the beginning, what my said was my belief one day, I will change the thinking of people think about what I'm doing or thinking about Motive Cosmetics and thinking about what the industry can move. Because my thing is, if you do by yourself, it will never be rich or never be ongoing income. I, honest with you, 10 years ago, I don't even know what the word name ongoing income. That word ongoing income is made me, and it wakes me up and go, okay, keep moving, keep talking, keep moving. Because my theory is, Michael, your mouth is your office. If your mouth closed, your office closed. So, so every day I go out there and talk to people, change people's life. And you know what? That fight and that gives me so strong, and my strength to be successful today is never give up. And then whatever people say, and number one enemy, or put this way, number one negative people put on you is your family. They don't understand the title. Don't understand what I mean. But today, they're proud of you. So never give up. Just make sure, patient and go with your dreaming system.
Come around a situation that, people label you something really negative, something really not about you. How you come around that?
Well, become a nail tech, nothing wrong with it. But people always, when they see Vietnamese woman or Vietnamese girl who in beauty industry, they automatically call you as nail tech, But honest with you, I never do nail. I got my nail done, but I never do my nail. But people think you in beauty industry, especially my hair and the way I dress, fashion. So people always think I'm a nail tech, but I wanted people to see different, our Vietnamese women, or in beauty industry. We not just nail, we change the industry. 9 years ago, Star Telegram did interview me, a successful American story, and I say it into that the newspaper, same thing, and I say, we are so blessed in America, blessed to have Vietnamese people like us to so artistic in nail and so value their time, and they work so hard to get everybody have beautiful nail, because really nail industry is luxury industry. It's not for people every average person can have. But if you go out now, right now, you have teenager have nail done, a man have nail done. But, because to me, I am a person and I am Vietnamese, and I want people to know I am proud to be Vietnamese, because you know what? We have Vietnamese women and men out there in the nail industry to bring out the beauty and affordable price to, for people to get their nail done. But I just wish all of us to put us to next level higher, so we can have the price range. Like I talked to you, I wish I can have put them together and teach them how to coach the business coaching and help them to put in a level is a high luxury prices or services, not just, oh, okay, I'll go get my nails done, because for me, I put in myself, I am an entrepreneur motivation, but I'm in the beauty industry. And I let people know I'm Vietnamese, but we are different level and different services, because I wanted people to respect individual who do nail. And I really honored to have, they work so hard, and I wish we can bring, maybe you and I and other, to help bring nail industry to a level is called luxury. Because, they sit in luxury chair, honey. They drink wine, honey. We need to have luxury price, right?
I like the analogy that you have. So really, I like the analogy that you have. So instead of just thinking of themselves as nail technician, they think of themselves as something luxury, so that they then motivate them more and motivate more to contribute.
Exactly, because and also I would love if we can motivate them, dress them up, and get them, because it's just so beautiful place. It's just like you come into a nail, and I tell you, sometimes I have tear in my eye when I come to the nail salon, because I think they work really hard. They didn't get paid, luxury prices. So if we can put it in, and I think people will take more honor to go get just their service, because they work very hard. And I individually to believe it, it's a luxury, and you should be proud to do a luxury and services for people who make you beautiful, and especially nails, and everything else. And yeah, so. And I can add on service, so it's not just nail, Mm-hmm.
So in your opinion, what are some of the limiting beliefs that preventing women from success and realizing their full potentials?
Well, first of all, for become a woman is being a woman, and I see many life, and I travel around and see it. The first stop is themselves. They don't believe themselves. Second stop is family. Their husband or the partner doesn't believe in them. So to me is, first of all, if you believe in something you can do and achieve the goal and become an entrepreneur, everybody can become an entrepreneur, not just you and I, and anybody can be. It's just you have to have a mindset, you have to have goals set. The problem is a lot of women out there, they put themselves, this is not me. This is not me. I'm not that type of person. Oh my God, I saw this woman, honey, you can make $1,000 an hour, $1,000 a day. I thought $1,000 a day. And she go, no, I will never, reserve that. I said, why not? Because the problem is their mindset up here, their belief somebody registered on their mind was like, you cannot do what, other people do, or they put in their mind, you cannot make that kind of money. Does that make sense? So their mindset was, oh no, that's too much. And I talk to a lot of women, they go, why not? $1,000 a day, you can make it. I teach you how. But in their mindset, oh my God, that's too much money. I don't know what to do with it. See, because their mindset already, okay, and I accepted $8 an hour, or I can do, I'm okay with $400 a week, because their mindset is important. Second thing is the negative of their spouse or companion or family, who tell them you're not beauty enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not
talented enough.
you're not exactly. So that two things of women stop them. If they can get that away from them, they can do whatever men can do.
So next question, in your experience, how did you get around that? Some of the tips that you can show with the audience.
First of all, you need to look at yourself first. You need to find an idol. You need to find a coach who realize, because a lot of times you don't see you, but other people who see you. A lot of times you look at yourself and go, I don't know me. Who is that in the mirror, right? But if you listen to another people say to you, see, most of the time people do is you have to kind of put negative to positive. Because a lot of times people say, oh, your hair is beautiful. Oh, no, I hate my hair. Because a lot of people take the positive to a negative to one point. So my advice to you is, my advice to every woman out there, take it first. You need to love yourself first. Honey, you have to love yourself first before you love any man or anybody else. You need to love yourself. Some people, love their children more than themselves. I disagree. You have to love yourself, and you can take care of you healthy, you feel good, look good, and you can take your children, because your children will follow you. And the thing is, so you need to love yourself. That's the first thing. Second thing, if you have negative people around you, you need to prove to them. And you have to walk. You have to sit down with a business plan. You have to sit down with the person who is going to be an idol for you. You pick somebody and say, you know what? I have a coach going to teach me, because that person don't believe in you. But if you have to ask somebody else, can be your sister, can be your aunt, can be somebody, or can be somebody who is you've been followed for a long time. So you need to get that person in your court. You need to that person in your side. So that way, the person who negative on you, your spouse or your companion or anybody else, to see it. You know what? She did it. She had her goal. She set her goal. She had the budget. She had the asset, the ability. She set up everything to her stone. If you have everything lined out, that person will end up support you. See, the problem is you like a lot of stuff and never finished it. See, women, one thing. I learn a lot from men, and you and I talk about it. I go a lot of motivation speaker. I love, all this guy. Men, they only have one memory. So that's why when they learn something, they get and they run and they get everything finished, most of men. For women, we have 11 memory. So what we do is our brain is so everywhere, right? So we're not focused. So you need to be focused, right? Your goal, you follow it. If you follow it with your goal and you have a business plan, the person will end up support you. My husband from the beginning, he don't know from a business bring a lot of money, and I come home and I go, you know what, hon? I have something, make us more money and I want to be home. I want to be home with my baby. I don't want nobody raise my children except me, So I have to have a business plan. I told him how much I want to bring at home, how much I'm going to achieve. I bring that to him as a blueprint for him. Honey, look, this is what I got. Give me 6 months. So I give him a time frame. So my goal was when, how, and also why. You have to find your why before you find your how and the what. Because some people, they find the what first, the how, then the why.
Absolutely.
You have to find your why first. Because your why is big, you make it happen. So you need to find that why. That everybody else will support you.
Is that the common theme that you saw in a lot of women when you go teaching?
Mm-hmm, yes. A matter of fact, believe it or not, 70% of them, they have that same problem. Two things was themselves. They don't believe themselves. They all make excuse. They have curly hair. They like straight hair. They have curly hair. They have straight hair. They go get the perm. So they always have that to really stop them. So if you get that two away from you, don't care. That's the reason I cut my hair. I go one short, one long. I do not care what people think, you know. As long as I feel good, I love, and this is my icon, you know. So you need to feel your icon. You need to feel your belief, and you need to feel good. You know, we only have one life to live, honey. So, you know, never stop you.
So Tiffany, how do you want to be remembered?
Okay. Well, put this way, for outside, for people who, you know, my student or my fan to remember is, you know, my hair first, but to remember is empowering. And people always tell me the first thing Tiffany is her slogan, and it's so funny. I always use this word is just do it. No excuse, just do it. A lot of people ask me, just do it. People ask me, are you work for Nike? But are you work for Nike? No, I'm not work for Nike. But I like that slogan, and I want people to remember me. If one day, you know, we all gonna die one of this day, but if people remember me and my students remember me, just do it. Because every time they see something about makeup or anything I say, they know Tiffany's gonna right there on your ear and say, just do it, just do it. You know, don't make excuse. You just do it. So that's what people remember me when I left somewhere, and I know they will remember. Tiffany say, just do it, no excuse. Okay, my family though, my kid, I want them to remember me is mom, who devote for them from A to Z for them. I'm a businesswoman, but I'm at home. I come home, I cook, I, you know, do everything for them. Then I, you know, from like, I work in the morning, I have meetings and everything. I come home at 2 o'clock, then I cook and everything for them. Then I have dinner. Then I work again from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Then I'm done, and my time with my husband. So, you know, so you have this line up, and my kid never missed, you know, so I want them to remember me is a good mom. And my husband, remember me, is good wife. You know, so you have to be, good wife. And I teach him though, you know, happy wife, happy life.
Happy life, exactly.
Yeah.
So Tiffany, if someone wants to know more about your course or your coaching or want to learn more about your classes, how do they get a hold of you, or how do you find you?
They can find me so many ways. You know, I'm a social media, you know, girl, because I love social media. So you can follow me on Facebook, Tiffiny, Tiffiny Luong. You can follow me in Facebook fan, and I have fan and Twitter, or you can do Instagram. But you can visit my website, Tiffiny, Tiffiny Luong.com. So you can check it out, all my classes, posts, and also all my classes and people who invited me is all refer. I don't now I'm freelance, so I teach everything. I coach everything. So doesn't matter where the business come from or the individual business or corporation, I still do a business coach. Right now, my mission is to help for health professional. You know, because for them too, because they go school so hard, and they are part of our country, and they help so many people have health problems. So my job right now is, my mission is to, you know, and they can contact me anywhere with health professionals, tiffanyluong.com. There's so many different ways to contact me. And my phone number is 817-719-3869 is my office number. So my office is in Arlington, Texas. So they can come visit anytime, and I love to help.
Perfect. I'd like to thank you, Tiffany, for taking your valuable time and come here and share your very valuable tips and your stories. I'm sure that your friend will love it, and even I learned a lot today about your creative marketing and some of the follow-up message campaign that you did.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me, and my pleasure. Anything I can do to help, you know, you change one life at a time, and that's my method, with change one life at a time. believe in yourself and just go for it. Just do it. No excuse. No, honey, the day you born, the day you die, nobody, up there pick for you. But the dash in between, the day you born, the day you die, that's you. So you need to do something about your life. Make you feel happy and turn into whatever you love, turn into your lifestyle. And thank you so much, Michael. And my pleasure to be here with you. And thank you, everybody. And just, if you need help, contact me.